Friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will study about do-while statement. The do-while statement is used to carry out looping operation. So the general form of the do-while statement is this. Now see here. First we write do and after that we write a statement. This statement can be either a simple statement or a compound statement. Then we write while, and while is followed by a parenthesis enclosing an expression. Now this statement will be executed repeatedly as long as this expression is true, right? In other words, we can say that in do while statement, this statement will be executed repeatedly as long as the value of this expression is non-zero. Now see that it seems similar to the while statement, but do while statement is different from while statement. Now what is the difference? The difference is that, now see here, in do while statement, first the statement is executed. And after that, this expression which is enclosed in parenthesis is evaluated. So what happens if this expression is true? Then this statement will be executed again, right? And after the execution of this statement, again this expression will be evaluated, and if it is found true, then again this statement will be executed again, and this continues, right? And this is keep on going like this as long as this expression is true. So in this case, what happens, since a statement is executed first and after that this expression is evaluated, so in this case what happens, in starting, even if this expression is false, even then this statement will be executed, right? So in do while statement, what happens, this statement will always be executed at least once, because this expression, or we can say this condition, is checked after the end of the first pass through the loop. It will be more clear when we make a program using do while statement. Now let us see here this program. This program is using this do while statement. So here you can see this main function, and in these curly braces I have written the code. So here first line you can see inside the main function is this. Here I have declared an integer variable I, and value assigned to this variable I is 1. After that there is a do while statement. Now you can see this do while statement. Now see, after do I have written this compound statement, right? Here you can see the curly braces, and inside this curly braces there are two individual statements. First one is this one. Here I am calling this printf function to print the value of variable I, and now in second statement, which is inside this curly braces, this is the second statement, I plus plus, right? So in this statement, what is happening, this statement is increasing the value of variable I by 1, right? And after the curly braces you can see while, and it is followed by parentheses which are enclosing this expression I less than or equal to 5, and after that there is semicolon. So what happens, initially the value of I, the value of variable I is 1. So what happened, what this do while statement does, first of all it prints the value of variable I. So first 1 will be printed. After that value of I is increased by 1. So now the value of I has become 2. And after that this condition is checked. It is checked whether the value of I is less than or equal to 5. So here now the value of I is 2, right? Because in this statement the value of I has been increased by 1. So 2 is less than 5. So you can see that this condition is true. Since it is true, again this statement will be executed again, right? Again, this compound statement will be executed again, right? So in this curly braces, you can see that there are two statements, right? Inside these curly braces, there are two statements. So again, these two statements will be executed, and after that, ag- uh, again, this condition will be checked, I less than equal to 5, and if it is found true, then again this compound statement will be executed, right? Again, these two statements which are inside the curly braces, they will be executed, right? And in this way, again, this expression will be evaluated, again this condition is checked. So this loop continues, right? This compound statement will be executed repeatedly as long as this condition is true, right? So when this condition becomes false, right? So this condition will become false when the value of I will become greater than 5, right? When the value of I becomes 6, then this condition will become false. Then what happens? Then this compound statement will not be executed, right? So when the value of I becomes 6, then what will happen? This statement, right, and this statement, they will not be executed, right? So when I execute this program, what happens? All the values starting from 1, right? Or what I want to say, that all the numbers starting from 1 to 5, they all will be printed on the output screen, right? But what happens when the value of variable I becomes 6? Then this compound statement will not be executed. So when the value of variable I becomes 6, then what happens? Value 6 will not be printed on output screen. So let us execute this program. So here you can see that all the numbers from 1 to 5 have been printed on output screen. Now see, I am changing the condition inside the parenthesis. Now the condition is I greater than or equal to 5, right? Now see this first statement. In first statement, what happens? In first statement, we have declared an integer variable I, and to this variable we have assigned the value 1. Now the starting value of this variable I is 1, right? Initial value of variable I is 1. So you can see that this condition is false because value of I is less than 5, and the condition is I greater than or equal to 5. So this condition will be false. So if even this condition is false, still this compound statement will be executed because this condition is checked after the execution of this compound statement. So even if this condition is false, right, even then this compound statement will be executed once. So in do while statement, what happens? The statement will be always executed at least once, even if the condition is false. Even then also the statement will be executed once. So let us execute this program. So here you can see that this statement was that compound statement was executed once, and the value of variable I at that time was 1. So 1 has been printed on output screen.